Good morning and welcome to the special edition of the Instant Rewards Back Office Live training, where today we're going to talk about using Twitter. And my buddies Dave and Aaron over at marketinggoldmine.com have been good to provide me with three of their PDFs. Their main one, the first one here, is Twitter Secrets. 7 Secrets to Massive Twitter Traffic. And I want to share some of the information that's in here real quick. It's only about 18 pages long, so it shouldn't take but just a few minutes to kind of go through this. I'm not going to worry about some of this stuff. It's free. If you're on this call, you can download the link. I've sent the link out to the audience, so you will have private information. If you're watching a replay, you're stuck out. You won't get the link. You have to be on this call. You can give it away as a freebie. You can sell it. You can sell it on auction sites, offer it as a bonus, as a free product. Give it away as a paid or a free membership site bonus. You can package it up with others. You can brand it with your affiliate link, with their branding software, and resell it or whatever. No, you may not modify it in any way except to brand it with your affiliate links. If you don't know how to modify a PDF, outside of Adobe, then, no use in doing it. It is copyrighted material. It's intellectual property and protected by the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. And, of course, we'll read through that. You can read it if you download it. First section is the introduction, and then chapter 1, Twitter destruction, creating a killer profile, getting your tweets noticed, grabbing attention and keeping it, and getting more sales with freebies, and how to use Twitter directories and building a list with Twitter, and other Twitter resources. Now, if you guys have been on the calls with me before, and many of you have, then you've got an idea how Grant Cardone and people like myself and others, and Gary Beal and Larry Bronner, how we, really just kind of bang Twitter. But we have a following. It's a conversational tool. And I said it's not something that you just want to use and, hook up with people and then just spam them, okay? It's one of the best ways to reach out, connect with potential customers and clients, as well as your current followers. Okay, millions of people around the world are going to see your tweets if you have them following you. Just think of the Kardashians. Okay, they don't have a product to sell, really. All they do is market their big ass and those beautiful lips, and those big beautiful breasts. That's all they have. Kim Kardashian has got, thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers. Look at Justin Bieber, okay? What do these people offer? It's just them, okay? Their funny haircuts and their music. Miley Cyrus, here's another one. What does she do? Okay, she twerks, but she's got a following. She doesn't have me following, that's for sure, and neither does Kim. I don't follow everybody, but I do follow the big dogs, the leaders, okay? In the marketing world, I follow them. And some people would even say that, I'm a big dog, or, they follow me, but I'll let them toot that, okay? But here's the thing about Twitter. Marketers have been trying to harness Twitter ever since they came out. And Twitter changes. You don't want to just depend on Twitter, and I'm I'm going to show you why here in the next few pages. We're going to show you some of the tips on using Twitter effectively and learn how to build a large following and how to build a list out of it, okay? Because that's the key to using any social platform, whether it's Facebook, WordPress, Dig, Technorati, any other of these profiles. You think, okay, Posterous, Tumblr, Friend Feed, Stumble Upon, Dig, Blogger, MySpace even still. MySpace still has a presence on the internet. They're not as big as they used to be because Facebook just kind of barreled over them. But there's other little social media networks a lot of people don't know about, like Blurpalicious, Friendster, Dropbox, who else? Amazon, YouTube, ad.io, Arrow, AOL Livestream, AOL Mail. Yeah, they still have a presence. Bebo, okay. Bleatbox. These are people you've never heard of, but they have a small following, okay. If you utilize those followings a little bit each day, once a day, and you went through them, you could probably spend about 2 or 3 hours just going through and making one, little news comment. But Twitter, because it's one of the biggest news channels, this is probably the one you want to stick with. One of the things that you want to remember about Twitter is that first and foremost, it's a social platform. It's a news platform. If you don't keep this in mind, you'll destroy yourself because people will unfollow you if all you do is just jump in there and add people and spam the hell out of them. You got to be social. It's like I said the other night on the webinar. Twitter is a social platform. When you engage people, and this is why when I get on Twitter and I use hashtag engage, or I just say engage, I want people to engage in a conversation. I want to engage them. And when they put in that hashtag engage, they're limited to 140 characters, okay? So you've got to be real tight in your conversation. You can go back and forth, and then eventually maybe provide a solution, okay? One of the recent explosions on Twitter just before this debt ceiling, resolution was the EBT crisis, okay? EBT, people started going crazy when the EBT cards were shut off, or they had, unlimited EBT. People started flooding the stores. Walmart grocery stores was allowing unlimited purchases on EBT, and then when finally EBT came back online, everybody just walked away and left shopping carts. I went to Walmart yesterday. I went to Sam's yesterday to go buy supplies. Sam's wasn't hit, okay, like Walmart. I went to the local Walmart over here. I went to 3, actually. They were still cleaning up from the mess from last week on this EBT crisis. And it was all these little flash mobs that are on Twitter. Think of Tahrir Square over in Egypt when they ousted Hosni Mubarak, and then when they re-ousted Mohammed Morsi, okay, and took their country back. A lot of that was done through social media, Twitter, with, the Egyptians tweeting back and forth to each other. They created flash mobs, and this is the power of Twitter. It can be used in a positive way, okay? It can also be used in a positive way to create a lot of viral traffic to your website, okay? So think of that. How are you going to create some extreme viral traffic back to your website. Give people something of value in the conversation, but you got to start with the conversation. Most marketers just, they build a list of followers and they send them link after link after link, and eventually they do you like email. They unsubscribe from email because all you're doing is spamming them with a bunch of links, trying to sell them with a bunch of crap. Well, Twitter will do the same thing, okay? They will just disconnect from you. They'll unfollow you, okay? And you'll lose a lot of followers that way, okay? Always remember to use Twitter for what it's, really intended for. It's a social platform. It's a news platform. It's a contact platform. It's even a soapbox. It's not a spam platform. If you got something to say, even if people disagree with you, get on Twitter and say it, okay? Now, the other night I showed you guys how to, connect your Twitter to your Facebook and several other different ad networks, like freeads.com is connected to Twitter. So when you post an ad on some of these networks, boom, it's on your Twitter account. I have Twitter feed plugged into the ads directory, okay? When people see that, they click on that. This is a way to bring them back to Twitter, okay? And then what you want to do is make sure that you have a killer profile up there on Twitter. I've got a profile on mine. It's not a killer profile, but it shows, okay, number one, certificate of excellence, so I've got my creds up there. I've got my props, but could I do something better? Could I improve it? Sure. Think about Grant Cardone. He's got 4 or 5 books out, New York Times bestseller, sales training. He's a super, salesman and a sales trainer. He's got his own company. He creates a dynamic sales force for companies. He's got a name. He is a brand, Grant Cardone. Okay. Think of Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins is another guy. Okay. He's out there, creating massive action. And this is what you want to do on Twitter. A lot of people don't bother to put much effort into their Twitter profile, but they should. Okay. It's very important. When someone comes across your profile, they're going to get to your profile if you get enough connections together. And this is the whole thing about using social networks, is creating a lot of connections back to a central focal point. It might be Twitter. It might be your Facebook. Now, in some cases, if you're working in a particular job, I talked to one guy. He said he was in a job search and he did not have a Facebook, LinkedIn, or a Twitter account because he did not want to draw that kind of attention. That's understandable because, you can get into controversy, which, might not reflect well on you. But then again, that could have a downside because, a lot of employers, they do go on Twitter. They look for you on Twitter and Facebook and other social networks. They go on Google. All right. If you go to Google and Google my name, all right, you'll come up with millions of hits. Now, some of these guys have my same name, and they're dead guys or, different profiles. That's not me, but most of my stuff, if you search on my name, it comes up first page on the Google results page. Okay. You'll see my LinkedIn. You'll see my Twitter. You'll see my Facebook. You'll see some of my blogs on there. If you keep putting yourself out there, okay, as a brand, you'll get up there. So remember to grab people's attention and do it in a positive way and give people value, intellectual value, okay? I call it brain candy, all right? You just get 140 characters on Twitter, but you've got to give people value and brain candy every time you open your mouth. Every time you tweet something, you are creating intelligence. You're adding to the knowledge base. If you're not adding to the knowledge base, you're adding to the ignorance base, okay? And don't forget to add a photo, like they say here. Even if you don't use your own photo, be creative. Use an avatar or a picture or something. I could put, up on mine, on Guerrilla Market, Guerrilla Market up on Twitter, I could put, the picture of the guy that's, in a wiki suit and, he's a sniper, commando and camo, wearing a helmet and, shooting, because that's on the front cover of my book. But, be creative, think, okay? I usually just put my picture up there so people, know that I'm a real person, okay? Pick your niche. If you're into golf, use a golf ball or a golf club or something, or a golf logo, or create your own golf logo. If you're into dogs, put a dog up there. Maybe your theme song is "Who Let the Dogs Out" by Baha Men, okay? Get your tweets noticed. This is secret number 3. Most people barely pay attention to the tweets they get. They get thousands of them, hundreds, thousands and hundreds of thousands of tweets every day. Back when I had tweets going to my phone was constantly buzzing, okay, with tweets. I do it on my computer, and then, if I leave during the day, take one of my phones, I turn the phone on, I'll turn the tweets on, pay attention to some of them. If you want people to, actually pay attention to your tweets and to read them and respond to them and to retweet them, and that's most important, you've got to make sure you give them a reason. And like I said, you give them a reason to pay attention to what you're saying. Okay, you've got to stand out head and shoulders above the crowd. It's like yesterday when I was in Sam's. I was up at the counter, okay, and I was talking to the cashier, and there were some people in the line behind me, and there was a lot of noise going on, and I just said, "Hey!" And I got everybody's attention. Sometimes you have to break through all the noise and say something worthy of being heard, okay? Now, you don't do this just by sending ads. Make sure that people respond to their tweets. Talk about the EBT crisis. Talk about unemployment. Talk about work at home. Say, I'm looking for some extra income or something. I'm looking for an extra way to make some money. My job's not bringing enough. Maybe somebody can suggest an online program for me. Maybe they know of a work-at-home business that they can send me the link. Oh, guess what? 30 minutes later, I just found something and I just did this. Looky here. Instant rewards / and your affiliate link, okay? And, once I qualified, I got people coming in. They can do this over and over and over. You can do it over and over and over. Once you qualify, for 2 offers, 2 trial offers, then you can qualify over and over and over. It's like making money standing on your head, finding money on the sidewalk, So give them a reason to go over and look, because you're creating curiosity. They say curiosity always, kills a cat, because cats are curious animals. They're also predators, okay? So, tweak the predatory, curious nature of your fellow tweeters, okay? Give them gifts. Give them a free report. As we discussed on a mastermind webinar last night, create a free report, put it up on the website, host it on a hosted account, give them a link to a free report, Inside that report, you create clickable links that are monetized, okay, and keep it short because most people won't read anything much longer than this, okay. This is 18 pages long. I'm halfway through this now, okay. Give them gifts, give them free reports, and they'll follow you. Grab their attention and keep it. If you want to get plenty of attention on Twitter, you have to interact. You don't just tweet. You should read other people's tweets, respond to them, disagree with them, agree with them, and do more than just yo, yeah, or amen, or one word. Give some cogent reply to them. Remember, you've got up to 140 characters. Say something. I don't necessarily agree, but I understand how you feel, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Or, yeah, I can totally, understand what you're talking about. Same thing happened to me. Whatever. Get into a conversation. It's like having a real short conversation because, remember, you're limited to 140 characters. This is, like one sentence or two short sentences. It helps to create trust, okay? If people feel like they know you and they get to know you, you don't want to give out too much personal information, that's for sure. But, if you get personal with people and they get personal with you, they're more likely to pay attention to what you have to say. And by interacting with your followers on a personal level, you'll build some trust in them, okay? You'll gain their trust and you'll get their attention. And, when it comes time for you to sign people up or sell things, they'll buy things that you recommend, whether you make a buck off of it or not, whether you make a commission off of it or not. You're talking to certain people. Let's say you've got a group of developers or Forex people. Well, I found a Forex platform that pays, 84% on their signals. And here's the link, and you send them the link. It just happens to be your CPA affiliate link, okay? And they sign up, create an account, boom, you got $200 because you just got a new account. Well, they retweet it to their friends, or they got several people on a Forex directory that you're following, or they're following you. Guess what? If you got a couple of thousand Forex followers and you got 10% of those people signing up, and you got, let's say, 200 people that signed up on, one of your Forex products, and you got $200, commission per, each sign up an account, you got $200 times 200 new sign-ups, that's $40,000. And, it's like, bam, you could do something like that in an hour with the right crowd if you got the right product, if you have the right message, if you have the right attention, okay? Freebies is another way to get people's attention, make people like you. Who doesn't like free stuff? Instant rewards is one of the best verticals I've ever seen for getting free stuff into the hands of people. I don't know a cook yet, okay, that doesn't like free knives and free cookware and fishermen, free, Target, some of these people say, hey, man, did you know you can get free stuff sent to you for like, a $24 membership for 2 years? You get a free magazine. Sign up for the Fisherman's Club at this link, and they register on, your Instant Rewards 60 site and tell them, hey, if you want to do this and do it over and over, you can do it too. Here's my link, sign up. There's all kinds of ways you can attract attention. It might be fishers, it might be cooks, it might be book lovers, book readers. You might be talking to somebody about their credit report, and say, hey, you can get a free credit report with all three networks for free or for $1. Go up over here, sign up, do the starter and do the free credit report. And oh, by the way, if you do this and sign people up, you can make $20 over and over and over. Okay, so it's a great way to get stuff out. Freebies, it's like educational videos and free reports. You can type up a free report. You can make some statements about the different products back in the freebie network. You can't recommend or steer people away. They have to make their own decisions. That's the only rules. But you can say, here's how it works. We have a list of the freebies, a directory of the freebies in Instant Rewards, and how much they pay out and what they have to do and how many days you got to keep it before you cancel it if you don't want to keep it. These are purely promotional items, and people, they do show an interest on Twitter. It's like this guy I was talking to the other day. He says, oh, I've tried that before, and, I didn't do it right because he wasn't taught right, and he never called me back because he wasn't a great salesman. A great salesman, okay, doesn't, really need to look for work. They're always, working. They always have work. They're always making money. People, they're actually, believe it or not, they will retweet this stuff. It's viral, okay? They'll tell their buddies, oh, hey, man, look, you can go over here to this link and sign up, for a bunch of free lures, and fishing equipment, and, tools, handyman tools, or cookware. You never know who's in your list, okay? You might be promoting something that makes you a little money. Twitter is just one of the channels that you can get people back to your main funnel. Give them something of value and tell them how it works. Tweet back and forth. They ask you, okay, how do I sign up? Give them the link. They tweet you back and say, okay, I'm signed up and I'm in the back office now. You say, okay, just pick one of the offers, that pays a full credit, and you'll be done, and then you can start promoting it, and you'll make, money off of it. You can tweet this back and forth. Once they do that, they start doing it. You create a viral tsunami. Okay, and here's number 6, secret number 6. Use Twitter directories. Okay, there's 2 major ways to use Twitter directories to get more traffic. You can find people in your niche, and you can add yourself to the directories to get more people to follow you. To start with, you should search the major Twitter directories for keywords. Search for, keywords in your niche. It might be work at home, work from home, whatever, okay? Then, search those directories and add yourself to them. To start with, you can start adding people who seem to fit your profile or your demographic. Don't just add everyone you see. You could lose your Twitter account if you follow too many people, just like Facebook. If you request too many friends, Facebook will put you in jail for a few days or a few hours or even a month or 2 or 3 months, okay? So, just add a few people a day. This is like the other night I was showing people how to, add people on LinkedIn, which is a professional network. You can do recommendations and endorsements, okay? I do a couple of hundred endorsements, okay, because endorsements feed people's ego, all right? Hey, I just got endorsed for network marketing. I got endorsed for social marketing. I got endorsed for web development and consulting. These all feed into the ego, okay? And that's not always bad, okay, feeding into the ego in a positive manner, because this creates viral attention for other people who are following to see that this person was endorsed by someone else. I endorsed Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone came back and endorsed me, okay? I endorsed Grant Cardone, and I even added some skills to Grant Cardone that weren't up there, okay? So as a way of saying thanks, he came back, and, kind of did some endorsements for me, okay? It's like kudos for kudos, all right? One hand washes the other, and you do this with a couple of hundred people a day. That's fine. With Twitter, you might want to join, hook up with, 5 or 10 people a day, okay? You don't want to overdo it because, like I say, you can get slapped. You want to make sure that you make the right connections. If somebody has a profile out there and they've got, mohawks and their hair in spikes, and earplugs in their earlobes, then okay, you might not want to hook up with them. Okay, you might want to hook up with somebody who's got a professional picture up there. Okay, make sure you add yourself to the directories while you're there, and you'll get a lot of followers through those directories. Here's some niche directories that you can use. WeFollow.com, Twello.com, JustTweetIt.com, TweetFind, TwitDIR for directory, and then TwitR.org, and then MyTwitterDirectory.com. Check some of these sites out. Social Oomph, SocialOOMPH.com, Tweetback, Hootsuite, be careful using some of these automated platforms like Hootsuite and some of the others, to post on Twitter and Facebook. You want to block these things out and segment them so you don't want to get, too far gone. But these are some directories that you could use, okay? Building your list. I hammer this home. I hammer, okay, every day on Twitter and Facebook and several other networks. I hammer the hell out of it. But another thing that I hammer home is building a list. Everything that you do should be sending them over to a lead capture page. With instant rewards, you've got an instant lead capture page right there, okay? You can get into the back office and rework and repurpose your instant message and maybe include a link to a free report when they sign up and they get their confirmation message, and tell them, check your email. It's got all the instructions. It's got the link in the confirmation email. It has the link to the free report that I'm sending you, how to make money with this, because people are visual. Some people just need to read this. Some people need to watch the video and the orientation, or some people need to read both. They're auditory and they're visual, okay? One of the things you should do is build a list. Lead capture page, squeeze page, whatever. Instant Rewards has the perfect platform for that. You've already got your lead capture page there with your affiliate site. It's been done for you. You don't have to create anything. If you know how to get into the back office and, tweak your autoresponder message, then maybe you can provide them a link to a free report somewhere. You could set it up even with the instant squeeze page generator, and have them go over there and maybe even make an upsell on a $27 product or a $17 product. So there's all kinds of ways you can back end your autoresponders and make money off of it, and even in the subsequent autoresponders that go out on a daily basis after the confirmation email is sent out. But the key here is building your list with Twitter or any other social network, even like Facebook. When I advertise on Facebook, I always send them over to a lead capture page. Why? You never know when things might change, not only at Twitter, but over at Facebook. They might start charging for it. They said, okay, it's free, always will be. Well, you never know. You could end up losing your Twitter account. I've lost one of my Facebook accounts. Had to go start another one. They can delete your account. It can get hung up, okay? It can get hacked. I've had accounts hacked. I've had them hijacked by trolls and hackers, because I wasn't, aware of certain security procedures. They can ban you by IP. You never know, okay? Even if you haven't done anything wrong. So, Twitter and Facebook and some of these other, they could switch over to a paid model. And then a lot of your followers would just leave. You just leave, lose them. This has happened before. This has happened when Google has made Panda and Penguin updates, and now the Hummingbird update. They keep changing the rules. This is why you want to own your list. You do not want your list owned by somebody else. You do not want to be held hostage, okay, by somebody else's network. Twitter could be shut down by the government. Who knows? They could be sold out, okay, and then shut down. Microsoft has bought things and then shut them down. Twitter can change their rules. You never know, okay? So always build your list. Always, when you start engaging people and you send them over to a site, make sure you send them to a site where you grab two elements, and that's name and email. Okay. If you don't get anything but the first name or a handle or the name of their avatar and an email address, if nothing else, okay, get those two pieces of information. These are just a few examples of things that could change and take away your traffic source. Twitter is a traffic source. It's a news source, not a spam source. You don't want to send people directly over to a sales page through Twitter or any other network. You want to send them to a lead capture page and then let the autoresponder system do the cultivation for you. It's kind of like setting up an irrigation system out here in the cotton fields, where they go on and off on a regular cycle. They're programmed, okay, at regular intervals to start watering the crops, okay? And it'll water for a full rotation. Maybe it'll take 2 days to make a full rotation on, several acres, a quarter section, which is a quarter of 640, 320, it's 160 acres. It's a pretty good little piece of land, but, this is how many acres, one irrigation system, can irrigate on a regular basis. It may take a day or two for that system to go around, okay? Your autoresponder does the same thing for you on a regular basis. It irrigates, it cultivates, okay? So always send them into your funnel after you've engaged them, and then you can engage them, through the autoresponder. And you can engage them on your blogs or your articles, or engage them on a fan page at Facebook. You'll still engage them on Twitter, and you can always sit there and chat back and forth with them. So there's multiple ways that you can build an email list, but that's the key. This is the primary purpose of setting up any account on a social network, including Twitter, is building your email list. You've heard that right. You've heard it before. The money's in the list. And more recently, variations like the money is in the relationship with the list and the likes. But it's true. Can you have a list of, non-producers? Yeah, and eventually you'll wade through those. You're going to get a lot of bottom feeders that don't produce, but still, you want to build a list. Think about it. You could send your followers straight to an affiliate link, and you'd miss a valuable opportunity to get them into an email list. If you send them over to, as I said before, send them over to your funnel, then you've got them in your autoresponder list, and you can market to your own list. Okay, anytime you want, any way you want. Just don't overdo it. And the same rule applies in your lists and your autoresponders as you do with Twitter. Don't spam them. Don't always be trying to sell them. Give them real content. Give them information. People are looking for information. They're looking for ways to make money. Give them a solution, okay, and they will make you money. Of course, this means that you won't be bound to Twitter in the event that something changes. If you have your own list, you won't be keeping all your eggs in one basket, and you'll be safer, as they say here. Then, if you lose all that traffic source from Twitter, you'll still have your list to fall back on, okay? To build a list with Twitter, you'll probably want to give away some freebies, like I said before, as an incentive. This could be reports, courses, videos. I do a video every now and then, and I put videos up on YouTube. And you might have coupons or discounts. I've got a coupon here, okay? Discounts, $150 free credit for Google, and I got a code. And I'll run a contest, The first person to come in today and complete these two offers on the starter and the 60 is the winner. And you get the coupon. I get these coupons all the time, and I'll run a contest every now and then, okay? So, give people freebies. Have them sign up on your autoresponder, and your autoresponder will send them a link to a gift, or give a gift to everybody that signs up, okay? Give them a free report or something of value that they can use. This report here that I'm using as my template to read off to you, I'm using this report as an outline. You can give this report away, okay? Only callers on this call will have the link because I put it in a very special location where they can find it, and they can bookmark it, and they can go and download it, okay? This report right here will give you a ton of new subscribers, not only from Twitter, but from other networks, okay? Once you have them on your list, it's important that you nurture them and not just spam them, okay? If you treat them like gold, treat them like humans, they'll stay with you. Talk with them, carry on with them, laugh, joke, agree, disagree. It's a social platform, okay? Here's some other recommended Twitter resources. Twittoler, auto tweet generator. You'll find this link in the report. Twittoler is another one. Give me more info at Twittoler. Social Oomph. Here's one. I told you about Social Oomph. SocialOomph.com, okay, is one of those networks that will get you a lot of extra traffic from Twitter, okay? Here's some more resources on page 17. I'm telling you, folks, download. You're on this call. Download this, all right? Download this zip file, unzip it, and use this. Go check these people out. They will make you money. My marketing list builder, it's a free WordPress list building plugin. If you've got a WordPress blog hosted somewhere, put this plugin, right now. I'm telling you, it's going to help you. I've got it on some of my blogs. It will help you build lists. I told people last night, my webinar, it crashed on me, how to build a list of 50,000 people in no time. I did 20 million people in 1 month. Okay. Now, a lot of people say, oh man, that's a lot, you know. Were they all producers? No. 20 million people, I would say probably out of 20 million, maybe 200,000, okay, produced anything. But if you're generating an average of, you know, on a good list, $1 a month off of maybe 1 to 3% of your total list, you're probably doing pretty good. You know, a 20 million list, you know, it's 200,000 if they generate an average of $1, you know, for 1 month or even 2 or 3 months. That's a couple of $100,000. If you do that 2 or 3 months in a row, then you've got $400,000, $600,000. Are they going to do that every month? No, of course not. But get this my marketing list builder. Plug it into your WordPress list. You know, no cash required is another blueprint. Shows you how to generate an income online. I know a lot of people say, oh, they roll their eyes, no cash required. Yeah, it is, using free methods. I've got a course that sells for $27 that shows you all the free stuff. You can, and I'll tell you right now, you don't even have to pay for this. Weebly. Learn how to use Weebly, WEEBLY.com. Wix, WIX. Webs.com, WEBS.com. Webs, Weebly, Wix. Those 3 platforms right there. Use YouTube. These are gifts, folks. YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, they're gifts. Okay, they're free. Use the Google Hangouts to create videos. Go to screen capture, SOC, screen capture-o-matic or something. I'll get it to you later. I use it all the time. Camtasia, you have to pay for. Debut, I think you can download it from NCS, and I think you can try it free for 30 days. Okay, they've got all kinds of free stuff that you can download. SEO traffic vacuum, that's another one. I mean, you can just pull leads in. The best way to get traffic, of course, is paid traffic, and I've showed you guys that before on those paid traffic networks. But there's still a lot of ways people can get free traffic and get started. Twitter is one of them. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this presentation, and I'm going to leave it at that. And if you want to get in touch with me, I'm on Twitter at Guerrilla Market, GUERRILLA Market, MARKET, all one word, Guerrilla Market, just like guerrilla warfare. Guerrilla, you know, means little war. We are massively creating a war on poverty. We are guerrilla marketing. We do covert guerrilla marketing through covert methods and strategies, not illegal, not unethical, just covert. It means covered. Coverta is Latin for covered. So we operate undercover. But I have just peeled back the covers and I've taken the covers off, and I'm showing you guys, okay, how to use just one. We'll do another Twitter follow-up in a few days, and only insiders will get this information. So we appreciate you being on the call. Thank you.